say happy Tuesday because if you can see the weather outside, you know it's far from being happy. No, it's not Tuesday, sorry about that, it's Wednesday. See what happens when you're on your own, the days merge into one. You don't know what day it is. It doesn't really matter when you're retired, let's face it. I should have gone to knit club, but if you can see what the weather's like outside, not even with my new scooter would I be venturing out. Anyway, I was expecting, first Amazon said it was coming Tuesday, then they said it was coming Wednesday, then they said it was coming Thursday, and it arrived today. So I'm glad about that. So it means that if I did go out tomorrow, I don't have to worry. It's a new metal garment rack to put some of my other stuff on in the shed. So anyway, what came today, I think the postwoman's been missing for weeks. We had an absolute massive pile of mail today. These are mostly pearls. They will be going for decoration actually for the Christmas fair. They'll make nice decorations. That's one. These are very, very long, like flapper type pearls. If you're old enough to remember the flappers. 1920s, was it? 1930s? Can't remember. 20s, I think. Anyway, they'll make lovely decorations, even if it's for a Christmas tree. This one is kind of glittery. I don't know whether my friend will be able to snip this. Oh yeah, it is on threads. Some of them are like linked together with metal, so you need a pair of snips to snip them. This is another one. This is green. This would be nice for making little hollyberry things. This one's, woo, fastened up with another one. And this one's lime green. Again, we can snip those and make them into separate beads. And purple. We've got a black one, short choker. Again, that's a snippable one. I think these are the ones that are, oh no, they are linked together with threads. There's like a sort of a delicate pinky one and a greeny gold one. Anyway, that's what came today. Just have another sip of my coffee. Well, it's still warm. I tend to make coffees, sip them, think, too hot, because I have black coffee, I don't have milk. And then I forget. Right, we're on another box today. Yeah, another box. Disclaimer before we start. There'll either be my patterns, which I can't tell you what I did, oh I've got hairy bits sticking out, or I will have long forgotten what the pattern is. If I can remember, I will tell you, but mostly I won't. This one is one of my own designs. It was just a little bolero, done in cotton. I think it's 36-38 inch bust. It's just a bolero. This was one I did myself, so this is a Janet one. This again is another Janet one. It was done with very fine. It's a shorty, side to side by the look of it, done sideways by the look. Just a little summery top. And another little summery top that is once again another one out the noddle. I must have been on a turquoise theme in this box. Because I've got, well, it's not turquoise really, it's more of a green. This again is another one out of my head. It's a little cardigan. It's done in a heavier cotton, this one. This one's a 34-36 cotton one. This one was from a YouTube video, but I can't remember whose. But I remember seeing it, and I remember crocheting it from a YouTube video. Now this one would fit me. I mean, it's what? It says it's a 48 inch bust, so it would definitely fit me. But I don't wear sleeveless things. I've never been warm enough to be quite truthful here. That's the one thing I do miss. My other house and Prestwich was far warmer. I've never been hot. Heat wave passed us by in Fleetwood. It's the wind off the sea. So everybody else was baking, going, oh, isn't it hot, isn't it hot? And I'm going, pleasantly warm. This is another one, I think, was one I made up myself. It's an Aran chunky cardigan. It doesn't have a size on it, but it feels quite heavy. I don't think it's got cotton in it. Oh, can you hear the rain? The rain is battering on the window. This one was a pattern, but I can't tell you what. But it is a pattern. And it's done in really heavy chunky, and it's really big. Looking for a very fluffy lady to buy that one. It's a bolero, and it's got the bubbles all the way around it. It looks like it's done in a sort of chenille, really. But I know nothing. Apart from I think it was a pattern, but I can't remember. You know me. Cannot remember at all. This one is another pattern that I cannot remember. This one's, some people see this as grey, some people see it as beige. It's got, you know, shades of it. This is another one that I got told, oh, make them bigger, we want them fluffy. So I make them bigger and then I don't sell them, yeah. So, fluffy ladies, take note. This is another one that's in the head. It's just a granny stitch. Little shorty cardigan, done in shades of beiges and creams. Yeah, it's got wooden buttons. Wooden buttons. This is, I like this myself actually. It doesn't get sold. I'm going to be keeping this. This one is, it was a pattern, but I can't remember it again. Can't remember. You're asking me things I can't remember. And I know somebody will ask me and I can't remember. It's another fluffy cardigan that I was asked to make bigger sizes. Made the bigger sizes, put them on Etsy, and nobody bought them. You shouldn't listen to other people, should you? You should do your own thing. That's what I've found out in life. So again, I like this, so this may, if it doesn't sell, this one will probably be going into my extensive wardrobe. Heaven knows I will want some warm things this winter. Right, we're nearly at the end. This one's actually knitted. I don't know what possessed me to knit it because I don't usually knit. But this one's another fluffy size. It's a brown, I think this was ice yarn if I remember rightly. Can't remember properly, but I think it was ice yarn. Another fluffy one. It's got a shorter sleeve. But I don't remember actually knitting that one. So I really cannot tell you about the pattern. I'm a bit useless today, aren't I? This one again is knitted. This is a beautiful wool, but it's mohair and it's got a lovely gold thread going through. It's beautiful, but it's only tiny. And it's like an evening sweater. But with it being mohair, you would have to be somebody that can actually wear mohair next to your skin. It's beautiful. I think it was a Jaeger yarn, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Gorgeous yarn, gorgeous. It's got like slubs of gold on it. But once again, you would have to be a person who could wear the mohair next to your skin. And then the last one in this, no, next to the last one. Now, this was a pattern I got off Etsy once again, I can't remember, but it's a top-down one. And I made a few of these, I've just got 2 left. This one's in cotton mixture, it's in pinks and lilacs. It's a short sleeve one, done top-down. I'm not sure. It was a paid for pattern, but I know it was on Etsy. That's all I can remember about it. But the yarn is lovely. It's got cotton in it. And then the last one is the same pattern again. And the same wool, but different colour. Same yarn, I should say, because it's cotton. Boat neck, yeah, neck. Short sleeves. You know, once again, if it was ever warm enough here, I could wear these. I cannot do with the bottom of my arms being exposed. I'm very cold if this part of my arm gets exposed. I've never been a short sleeve person, never. Well, I say never. Yes, on a hot day when I lived at my other house, but the wind. It's the wind that gets me here. We never took into account, I think, when we were looking at houses, the chill factor from the wind. You know, it's wind, wind and more wind here. I wouldn't mind if it dried the washing. It spins them around like they're on a blinking whatnot, but it doesn't dry them. It's wet wind, sea spray wind. That's the pink and, I would call it lilac actually, pink and lilac. I'm putting them back in the box now, seeing what's in them. I'm only refreshing my memory. I'm just bringing you along for the ride because I thought you might be interested. Yeah. That's the black glitter, isn't it? Look at it glitter. Be lovely for Christmas. If you were a slender person and you weren't itchy. That's the brown one. Well, brown, beige, whatever you want to call it. Short sleeve cardigan. I'm folding them all up neatly, putting them all back. Oh, listen, can you hear? That is the rain lashing against the window. Oh my giddy aunt, I am so glad I'm not going out today. Knit clubs, sorry, you won't see me. Weather like this, I hibernate. I really hibernate, yeah. This one, yeah, I think this one actually will be going in my wardrobe. Unless somebody begs it from me at the right price. I think it will be going in my wardrobe. I actually sewed a label in this. Crocheted by Jack or others, Urban Gypsy Crochet. Yay! I like this pen. I think I've actually got a couple of cardigans that I've made recently in the similar pattern. Once again, this one with its wooden buttons. Little shorty cardigan. This one is a bit big for me actually. I've lost weight, you might notice, but you may not. So a lot of my cardigans now are too big. That's why I've been making them smaller. But in actual fact, I haven't quite got the size right. Some of the ones I've made at the moment are a little bit too snug. Yeah, but I'm growing down into them, hopefully. I'm like Alice in Wonderland, you know, drink me, and I'll shrink down a bit. So this one, yeah. This one I think, it's not my colour anyway, because you know me, I don't like beiges and greys. Very useful to go with other things, but they're not my colours. It would be too big for me anyway, that one. Bragging again. Same with this red one. This red one would be too big for me. This red bolero again, with the bubbles. This cream one I think would fit me. That looks like a me-sized one. Although actually, oh, it smells like cotton. You know, oh, wool, no. No, it smells like wool. You know when you get that sort of, not oily woolly smell, but you get a woolly smell. Like it smells a bit like a sheep. In a nice sort of way. This one I could see Sue wearing. Yeah. That is kind of a Sue sweater, that one. I did speak to her, was it yesterday? Oh, my days are blurring into one. I did speak to her, she's fine. I did speak to her. But obviously with weather and her work commitments and everything, she's busy, you know, at the moment. And she's also looking after a neighbour who is ill. So, you know, there's no chance of her coming down to see me just yet. You never know. One day. That's the one. It's definitely a tutorial on eBay. Not eBay. Yeah, brain scramble. It's on YouTube, but I cannot remember who made it. But it's definitely a tutorial. And then we've got, this is a me one, the cardigan. I do better when I make patterns up myself, yeah. That one's a little cotton one. You know, they're not squashing down the same. They all fitted in before, but they're not fitting in now. I think they expand when I bring them out. That's a little, very fine one if you're a nice, tinier person. Be nice with little white pair of trousers or white shorts, you know, if you're going on a holiday somewhere. Not that I am, and not that I have a nice little figure to wear little white shorts. She said, big white shorts maybe, you know, the kind like Dad's army used to wear, or was it 8.5 hot, you know, the big wide-legged shorts like the Scoutmasters wear. They I may wear. And this one. And then last but not least, again another turquoisey one, the Bolero in cotton. Just a simple stitch, like a shell stitch. You know, I can crochet like the wind when I make things up myself. When I follow patterns, not so much so these days. Because I sit there scratching my head thinking, what does that bit mean? Especially if I'm having to cope with translating, you know, my double crochets into trebles, you know what I mean? I'm wearing one of the necklaces I got the other day. I think I showed it to you, didn't I? And if you're wondering what the black thing is, it's actually, I'm having difficulty with my neck, arthritis. So it's actually a little neck thing that I got online. It's got little magnets at the back. It's supposed to help you with neck pain. I have taken painkillers, which I don't like doing, but I have taken them. Because since I went to the, you know, the eye place on Monday, I've had a banging headache. I don't think putting drops in and poking me and sticking bright lights in the eyes did me any favours, you know. So I've had a banging headache ever since then. Hey, well, we won't dwell on things like that. I don't like moany whiny videos. I don't know whether you don't either. I tend to switch off when people are, you know, going on and on and on about their ailments, yeah. You can stand so much, can't you, when people say, oh, well, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other. And you can stand so much of it, but after a while you think, nah, turn the record over, love, it's getting boring, yeah. Anyway, my roots are coming through again. Yes, I am still dark underneath all this blonde. Yeah. I was looking at a video of myself from 13 years ago, and boy, did I have a lot of hair. I had quite a mop. Now it's few and far between. I think it's leaving my head in droves. Still, never mind. I'm definitely going to get... I can't be doing with this dark. If it would go silver grey, I would be very, very happy. And like the ladies that I go to knit club with, a lot of them are older than me, and they go, oh yes, I want this lovely silver grey colour. And I'm like, why can't I? Why do I have to be dark under the blonde? If I was a lovely silver grey coming through, I would leave it. I would leave it, and I wouldn't have to keep doing all this, touching up the roots and all that jazz. It's very, not good for your hair, actually. That's probably why I haven't got as much hair as I used to. Because it's weaker. As you get older, your hair goes weaker, doesn't it? It tends to leave your body in droves. You know, I don't have half as much body hair, but that's too much information. As I used to when I was young. And, you know, things like that happen, I suppose, as you get older. It's my birthday month, although I'm still 76 until the 25th. Whether I will come on my birthday, I don't know yet, because I won't be having a party as such. I did go mad and order some cupcakes that came delivered by Just Eat. I did have one yesterday. And if my friends don't come tomorrow, I'm going to be eating 3. Which will be such a hardship. I don't know how I'll manage to do it, do you? My diabetes will be going, no! Put the cupcakes away. And my little eyes will be going, oh, beautiful cupcakes. Oh, how nice. I was thinking I was going to be getting away with doing a whole video without having any messages, but no, I've got one. Actually, I've got 3. Somebody else is not going to knit club tonight. Yeah, she says she's not coming because of the weather. Don't blame you at all, Lindsay. I'm not going either. Much as I love going, and they are, you know, they're lovely people, and I really enjoy it. And we have a good laugh. And I mean, the knit clubs I go to now, they're all really nice. I told you I got rid of the one that was driving me mad. It wasn't that it was driving me mad, but they were all moany whiny, you know. Well, not all of them. Most of them were moany whiny people. And I was coming away from there feeling depressed, and I thought, this is not what I'm going to a knit club for. I'm going to a knit club to have inspiration, to chat with like-minded people, and this is what I've got with the knit clubs I go to now. Yeah. So I'm sad I couldn't go today because of the weather, but they understand. They know I've only got the scooter. And even though I've got my Pope mobile, my squeak mobile, whatever you might call it, I still didn't fancy battling my way down the seafront because it's so windy. So windy. I wouldn't have got wet, but, you know, I might have got battered by the wind, yeah. So anyway, oh, my eyes running. See what I mean about my eyes since it's shone those lights in? I know they have to do it. They have to look behind your eyes, don't they? Retinas or whatever they're called. I know I've got problems because I've had problems all my life because I've got, well, in my 30s. I mean, I've got astigmatism, and they also told me I've got macular degeneration, whatever that might be. In other words, you know. But you don't think about those things. I mean, I've got to the age of almost 77. Sunset Strip. Still being able to see out of them, although at times they're a bit on the blurry side, but I can still see out of them. So that's a plus, isn't it? Yeah? In my eyes, you don't dwell on the negatives, you dwell on the positives. The positives are, I can still move my neck. I can still move my back, painful as it may be, but I can still walk in the house, and I can still see. Hearing's going a bit dodgy, you know, but what do you expect when you get a bit older, you know? You've got to expect it going creaky, haven't you? You know, I'm not one of these keep fit bunnies, you know, that I'm going into the gym, I keep fit by running every day and that. To be honest, that has never been me. I've never been a gym bunny. I can't get enthusiastic about a treadmill, you know, I call it the road to nowhere, yeah? It was soul destroying when I went to the gym, even when I was young. And I'm thinking, what do people get out of this? Because I wasn't getting anything out of it at all. You know. And I could see people dead enthusiastic doing the weights and doing everything, and I'm thinking, this feeling is passing me by. I could be at home doing my crochet. I think I was born to be a couch potato. And now I'm older, I've got an excuse. You know. Oh, got another zip, zip. I actually didn't get up till 12 o'clock today, and I thought, what on earth? Why have I slept so late? Yes, it was quiet in the house because the family's away. No doggies barking, nothing. And then I realised that I accidentally turned the sound down on my alarm. So it was just like gently vibrating, which of course I wouldn't have heard because it was on the, you know, the side table. So that's my excuse. And even the guys next door that were doing the fence, oh, somebody else is not going to knit club here. Oh, it'll be very dwindled if anybody goes tonight, won't it? You can't blame us. The weather's against us, isn't it? So, yeah. So I've never been a gym bunny, as you can say. I've never been one that leaps up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I must go running. No. My ex-husband had a period of time where he was trying to get healthier and he decided to go running and that, but then he did something to one of his knees and that put the end to that. That didn't last long. I think he played squash and badminton and five-a-side football till he was quite, well, geriatric for five-a-side football. But I don't think he does anything like that anymore. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't stay in touch unless I have to. If you've been divorced, you know exactly what I mean. Not going there. Anyway, that sort of extra cupcake in the fridge is calling me, but it's not. I'm not going to eat it. I've made some homemade soup that's in the fridge, so that could be my dinner for tonight. I only really eat 2 meals a day. And I had fried tomatoes with eggs from me. Well, it was lunch by the time I got up, let's face it. So, yeah, I won't eat anything else now until later. I'm going to go in the other room. I'm going to try and finish off that shawl that I'm ploughing on with because I'm getting really fed up of doing it. And I also think, looking at how many shawls I already have made up, I'm thinking, it's time you did something else besides shawls, but, you know, they're just easy to do when you're watching the TV, you know. And I certainly don't need any more cardigans for myself. And I'm not making any more cardigans to sell because I haven't sold the ones I've got, so there's no point with that. I need to get to the basket, or the box I should say, that's got my hats and my cowls and everything in. I maybe do that tomorrow, maybe show you that tomorrow. And I'll see just how many hats and that I've got. I know I've got no children's hats, and I know I've got no men's. So that could be something that I could occupy myself with until the 19th of November when the craft fair is. You never know, I may sell some men's hats. If not, they will get donated. You know. But most of what I've got are ladies' hats, and I know there's homeless ladies, but there's not as many as homeless men. So it tends to be more homeless men that want hats, isn't it? Yeah. So we shall see how we go, yeah. But I might make some children's hats. I've got some cotton, as you know, when I got that big bag of all multicolours of, I think it was recycled cotton. There are some pale shades in there that I could make babies' hats with. I mean, somebody said, oh, they don't stretch the same, or they don't do that, but I mean, to be quite honest, kids just take them off, throw them in a puddle, don't they? And half of the time they lose them before they have a chance to stretch. With my son it was mittens and gloves. I finished up making him what they used to call the idiot mittens. You know, they have a string. I know you're not supposed to say that word anymore now, but I used to fasten it and he used to get really annoyed because he couldn't throw them, yeah, because they were threaded through his coat, yeah. But, oh, that's telling me to shut up, so nice to have your company, and goodbye for now. See you very soon, possibly tomorrow.